Hi everyone, it's Ben from Trekitt and I'm out here with Harry behind the camera and we're in Oxwich Bay on the Gower Peninsula. It's beautiful, sun is shining, we're on the beach, people walking their dogs. And in today's video we're going to go through the Singi 28 rucksack from Fjallraven. So it's a bit of an inside look, so over the course of this video we'll tell you what it is, what it's made from, why we think it's so great and anything else that you'd like to know about this particular pack, so stay tuned. So first and foremost, what is the Singi 28? Well, it is quite evidently a rucksack that happens to be 28 litres, so the clue is in the name there. Fjallraven also do a Singi 48, which is also in our range, and a lot of the features are broadly similar, but we're focusing on the smaller 28 litre pack for this one. This pack has been designed to be sort of a little bit more limited on features than some other packs that you might see, but that helps it with its robustness and just general day-to-day usability. Potentially if you're moving a little bit slower or you just want something that will last a very long time, this is the sort of pack that you could use. So you're heading out to the woods for a little bit of bushcraft, you're going on sort of more day walks, things like that. It's not to say that this bag isn't capable of more, it's just designed for a slightly lower pace of life. It's simple, it's robust, it ticks a lot of boxes. For the Singi 28, Fjallraven have used their G1000 heavy duty, but it's the eco variant of the fabric. So that means it uses a 65% recycled polyester and a 35% organic cotton. So you get a really durable heavy duty surface, hence the name heavy duty, that is really abrasion resistant, but can also be waxed. We do have a link to our waxing video. I think it's me standing in the middle of the woods with an ironing board. Where we can go through the waxing process for this bag and anything else that is made from Fjallraven's G1000 fabric. You also get a 500 denier waterproof nylon bottom to this bag, which is a little bit more durable because you're more than likely going to be plonking this thing down quite often, throwing it around, and the bottom will see a little bit more abuse. So we like to take care of our bottoms. Other than that, the build quality and everything on this is typical Fjallraven. It's fantastic. The attention to detail on the stitching, everything like that, this is a bag that will really last a lifetime. You get little details like the Fox logo, which is a nice leather patch there, and little bits of refinement on it. You get YKK zips, big, chunky, solid feeling, solid sounding zips that are going to be very easy to replace, but should also last a very long time before they would need to be replaced, if at all. And then the construction otherwise is just really straightforward, so it's a bag that will really last a lifetime. So, really important part of any rucksack is the back system, how it carries, how it sits on your back. Fjallraven have chosen to use quite a simple back system on this bag, so it's non-adjustable beyond being able to adjust the length of the shoulder straps and the size of the waist belt. So the back length is fixed, that means it's a one size fits all. That should fit most people, minus the sort of extremes of the size range, so if you've got a particularly short back or a particularly long back. However, I am 6'3" and I've got quite a long torso, quite a long back, and this fits me just fine. There's more than enough adjustment in there. So it should fit most people quite well, and it keeps things nice and simple. There's less to go wrong. So with these shoulder straps, as I say, they are adjustable. You do also get a sternum strap, which is actually twisted at the moment, so I'm going to undo that and put that back on. And that sternum strap also has a little whistle on it in case of emergency. But this back system is very simple. You've just got a mesh ventilated panel on the back here, so it sits nice and close to the back. It's nice and comfortable and is just going to be very comfy. Same thing with the hip belt as well. One thing to mention with this though is that the hip belt is actually removable. So it slides out. There is a little Velcro panel, if you can hear that crickly crack of the Velcro. It will slide out and you can completely remove the hip belt, so you can clean this bag right up if you're potentially wanted to use it for a little bit of climbing or something like that, or you're not carrying as much load in the bag, you don't want the hip belt, you don't need the hip belt pockets. You can strip it away and then you've basically just got some shoulder straps. You can also just run it as is, and it's very comfortable if you're carrying more load, and that's the way that I'm probably going to recommend using this bag most, because at 28 litres you're probably going to be carrying enough kit that it is necessary to have a hip belt for a little bit more comfort. So yeah, with this hip belt, it does strip away with the Velcro that's hiding in this back panel here. A few things you need to do that. So you have these straps here, and they're on a little quick release. So you can clip those out and then do that on both sides. Super easy to do when you're not on camera and fumbling things. So unclip there, and then you release the Velcro. It's in there somewhere. and start pulling the hip belt out and through. So that will, he says, come all the way out. And then Harry has a very attractive hip belt to wear while I walk around with the bag without. So he's got access to his snack pockets and he's just gonna rule the beach fashion world. Right, locked and loaded, ready for some snacks, quick snack action. Whereas most people would be taking the bag right now, this for the beach, fully snacked up. What more do you need? So top zipped pocket, 2 YKK zips, so you get a nice big opening, and then inside that top pocket, you get an included rain cover that is also attached to the key clip. So this is the ideal pocket for stashing your waterproof cover or quick access goods that you really need in a hurry. And as I said before, those really nice chunky YKK zips. Nice solid grab handle on the back that feels nice and reinforced, so you can pick the bag up, move it around, and it feels really solid and sturdy. So you've got a pocket on either hip belt, and then they both are, again, YKK zipped. Really nice size. It's big enough for a decent amount of snacks or a mobile phone, but you know me, I'm going to be sticking snacks in there. Why wouldn't I? So the adjustable sternum strap that does slide up and down, and as I mentioned before, it does have a little emergency whistle on it, so in case of panic, I can get someone to get their attention. So one really cool feature about all of the Singi family, but particularly the 28 and 48, so this being the 28, is that you get these daisy chains running down across the pack and on the sides as well. And that means that you have the opportunity to clip in your own accessories. There are Singi side pouches and things like that that are available separately. We didn't get any of them today for this bag. We're focusing on the main bag itself, but it just means that this bag is really adaptable. You can increase the capacity of the bag, chuck a bottle pocket on the side or something to carry a camera tripod with or something like that. It just means it's really adaptable. But if you don't want it, you can completely clean up this pack like we've got it here now, and it just looks really clean, really basic. You don't have many straps and things like that on the bag to worry about. However, Fjallraven did include elastication through the daisy chain so that if you did want to stash a waterproof jacket or something like that in the front, you have that ability. But again, you can just strip this out and have that completely open. So you get a single compression strap on each side, which means that you can cinch in the bag a little bit so that it will stop anything that's inside the bag from rattling around too much. Just another useful feature in combination with those daisy chains that I mentioned before. You can also then use that to hold larger items. So if you've got a bottle pocket, the side pocket on here, it can stop the bottle from moving around too much. If you're not keen to have an external water bottle, this bag is hydration compatible, so there is a sleeve on the inside, and you do have the exit for your bladder straw here. Bladder tube, bladder straw, I'm going to call it a straw, I think it's a tube. But it comes out there, and then you do have straps running down the main shoulder strap so that you can run the tube down there so that it's not flapping around too much. So moving over to the main feature of this bag, which is obviously the main compartment, it uses a zip opening, and it does open a little bit differently to some other rucksacks that have sort of a flip top style lid. Most of those will open towards your head if you're wearing the bag. This actually opens away in reverse, but this also has a slightly different feature set. So we can open to the point here where we've got our compression straps. So you get access to the lid this way, where you then have an additional pocket on the inside. All YKK zipped, so a nice little stash pocket there on the inside. You also then get a mesh pocket that runs down the front on the inside here. However, that's not the limit of being able to load this bag. One thing I will mention though, is that this bag is not filled with normal things. This is a stunt rucksack. So we have just a water bottle and a sleeping bag to make it look like it's actually got things in it. We would normally be carrying actual things in it. So expect to see some slightly strange things inside this bag. So taking a few things out of the bag so they don't fall and flop everywhere. As I said, you can open the zip rather normally with these compression straps, but if you undo them, the zip does run almost entirely to the base of the bag, which opens it up a little bit more like a duffel bag, which then, apart from Harry's sleeping bag, which is now trying to escape as it lofts up, gives you full access to that mesh pocket on the back on the inside of the lid. But that flops out of the way, and then it gives you much better access to the main compartment of the bag. And this is going to disappear in the next shot, so you won't see that, and we'll show you the inside of the bag a little bit more. Cool, so a bit of movie magic there. We've now gotten rid of the sleeping bag. I'm not going to tell you where it is. Harry might be wearing it, I'm not going to tell you that, but now you can see inside the main compartment of the bag. So you have one large main compartment that gives you most of that capacity. However, you do have, while it's open like this, the pocket for a water bladder, water reservoir, and a little clip there for the straw that then exits through the bag just here somewhere. If I can find the hole, there you go. And that gives you an idea of the main compartment of the bag. Once you've filled it all up, you can then zip it all back up and away you go. And it's super easy to do. Keeps anything that's in the pocket nice and out of the way, so it's not flopping around getting in the way. And you can zip the bag back up, assuming you've actually got things in it. And away you go, and everything is nice and protected on the inside thanks to that G1000. And especially if you do wax it, it will stay nice and weather resistant. But if you need absolute waterproofing, you've got the waterproof cover in the lid. I've found Harry a present. We've got him a flipper. Just one. I've been saving it here just for him. So we're gonna pick that up and take that back with us and dispose of it properly rather than leaving some beach waste here. So this is now Harry's second-hand, slightly sandy flipper. So that about wraps up the Fjallraven Singi 28. We also mentioned the Singi 48, which will both be linked down in the description, along with videos on what is G1000, if you need a little bit more of an explainer on that, and everything else you need to know we'll be able to link through from our website. It's just a really great pack, you know, really simple, really straightforward, ticks a lot of boxes, and is just very comfortable and good at what it does, which is mainly carrying things. If you'd like to learn more about this, as I said, the link is down in the description. If you have any questions about this particular product, questions about the YouTube channel, questions for us, we are now starting a podcast as well, so we always appreciate any information that you'd like to know or suggestions of content you want to see in the future. Pop them in the comment section down below, and it'll probably be Harry that gets back to you. I think that's all from me. I'm going to go and enjoy the beach a little bit, maybe try and make friends with someone else's dog, you know, throw a ball for them or something, or just go for a swim. Who knows? That's all from me. We'll see you in the next one. You take care.